All right, awesome. We are live. Good morning, good evening, and good night, everyone. My name is Justin. I work for ITCMD as well as lead a managed service provider. We are here to help educate and fill the knowledge gaps for healthcare providers. Today we have our distinct guest here, Isaac Dieter, with our partner CyberFOX. Welcome, Isaac.
Thank you, Justin. I appreciate it. Hello, everybody. My name is Isaac. I'm a business development manager over here at CyberFOX. And yeah, we're talking about how PAM solutions help with, you know, healthcare providers and small to medium-sized businesses.
Yes. Well, let's get right into it. Let's see. We have so many questions for you today, but we're just bring it down to our top seven, make it a little more simplistic for everyone. So, our first question for you is what is PAM and why do we use it for our business? Why do we need it?
So, yeah, I mean, to break it down, PAM is a privileged access management solution, and we have our PAM solution, Auto Elevate. And to keep it simple, it's a solution that secures, monitors, and controls access to your company's critical systems and sensitive information, which by doing that, it reduces the risk of data breaches and insider threats. So, implementing PAM ensures that only authorized personnel have access to sensitive data and systems, enhancing overall security.
Awesome. So, you're saying this is great for healthcare providers.
Absolutely.
All right. So, my next question for you, because kind of where I'm kind of the road I'm going down with in my business, is how does this apply to cybersecurity insurance? Like, how's that go together? I'd love to know more.
Yeah, I mean, cyber insurance is really, really hot right now. Everybody's, trying to become, uh, you know, to be able to, become sufficient in cyber insurance and to be uh, taken seriously by cyber insurance, you have to have a PAM solution on your stack. And that's because it just kind of offers robust security measures and it minimizes the risk for a business to ensure comprehensive coverage because the insurance provider wants to be comfortable with who they're insuring. So by having a privileged access management solution, you're mitigating the risk by removing local admin. And it's actually we've seen it plenty of times with with PAM. We've seen premiums go down because they know for a fact there's an audit trail. There is, everybody's insured to be locked down, and I've actually seen a couple times that when somebody does have cyber insurance policy and they go ahead and do forensics and it's all said and done and they find out that that client or end user didn't have or had local admin and wasn't locked down, it was the whole policy was null and void.
Oof. I think that might happen a lot. I know a lot of people get confused thinking they have cyber insurance and that's all they need.
Right.
When in reality, they haven't really done, they have that knowledge gap. They understand there's kind of a little bit more to that.
Right. Absolutely.
Now, you talked about local admin. So I kind of want to go into that a little bit more. You kind of did kind of touch on it a little bit about in which ways does that protect my business versus using local admin? Like why shouldn't I use local admin on my computers?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, local admin, uh, it is it's essential to be able to do your day-to-day work. But we're making it so with Auto Elevate, you can get your day-to-day work done, but also be locked down to standard. Because if you have local admin, you can do anything on a device and you can download whatever you want. You can uh, accidentally click a link that automatically downloads something that maybe a bad actor is behind. So if you have local admin, it is really, it's the master key. And we want to make sure that nobody from uh, a company or for under a small to medium sized business doesn't have that kind of access because one person could ruin the party for everyone, Justin.
That makes sense. I know I work for a company and people installing stuff all over the place. It's like chaos. It's like Armageddon.
Yeah,
You
and
can't
I mean
control it.
it hasn't, it hasn't been stressed enough, right? And I talk to a lot of MSPs every day, and they don't realize the risk they're running when they have their end users with local admin. And it may take a little bit more work on the MSP's part, but it does ensure that there's a lot more safety protocol when it comes to end users being locked down, just because, again, anything can happen on any sort of day, and if local admin's on that device, it's bad news.
Yeah, you got Becca over here trying to download her games. So I mean, and it's a malware, or it's a virus. All hell breaks loose.
Yeah, it's not the same Fortnite that you're used to downloading. It's one that has a bad actor behind it, and
It's spelled the same. It should look the
right.
same.
It's spelled the same, but the publisher cert isn't verified.
Well, thank you for that. Now, I do have a question. So, there's sometimes we do have programs that we say, or that upper executives say they need access to, and they need local admin to run those programs. Right? There's no if, ands, or buts. We need local access. We can't run our programs. Give it to us. How does that fall into place here?
So, you know, with a PAM solution and with Auto Elevate in particular, um, you're reducing the risk of unauthorized use or exploitation of local admin rights. But for programs that require local admin, Auto Elevate can provide a temporary, just-in-time access that ensures privileges are granted only when necessary. So, and again, there's an audit trail of everything. So anything that goes on that requires UAC events or anything like that, everything requires a UAC event. To change the time on your laptop requires a UAC event. So everything is monitored, everything is, um, you know, seen by our privileged access solution. So, but we are able to let you do the admin level work when it's needed. And it is very, it's very important to be able to stay locked down, but also be able to do your work as well.
Yes, I know that's firsthand. I have to go through a few hoops sometimes to get access to some stuff when I'm doing some work. But I know in the long run it's actually helping me and saving
Right,
me time.
exactly.
But I know some people sometimes they can't see that, unfortunately. So it's my job, I guess it's our job to kind of show them that, walk them through it slowly until they understand that. And just nail the hammer at the nail over and over until they get it. Or they
Right.
don't.
And the beautiful thing about Auto Elevate is it's not super cumbersome, right? It's not something that's going to get into your way. It's something that is going to be, it's going to work with you. And, if you need access to something, it's just one or two clicks away. And if you have an MSP that's on it like Justin, he can have that approved in no time.
Click, click, bada bing, bada bang.
Yeah, we're cutting SLA time to seconds.
Awesome. Now, if a company were to purchase something like this, how would they go about doing it? Is it offered just through an MSP, or can they go on the website, add to the cart, and say, "Hey, I'm covered"?
No, so I mean, CyberFOX as a whole is an MSP centric company. We were built by an MSP for the MSP community. So everything that we do is for our MSP partners. And you can, we have a bunch of licensed MSPs that use Auto Elevate on their stack. So, like an MSP like Justin, you can use Auto Elevate through him and to be able to stay locked down. And it's actually important to be partnered with an MSP because there are a bunch of benefits to small to medium sized businesses that don't necessarily have that security expertise that maybe an MSP would have. So they offer ongoing support and expertise, and it is very important for your small to medium sized business.
And I can't emphasize that enough to people. Just because they have an IT department or they work with an IT company does not necessarily mean they are secure. They're structured for security focus.
Right.
Yeah, awesome. So let's see. Can you walk us through a typical process? Say like, okay, so I'm trying to open this program, and then see how that impacts my day-to-day operations.
Right. So, there are going to be programs that maybe, if you're working with Justin and you are a new client of his and there's a program that you haven't or Justin hasn't set a rule for yet. And because what we're doing with Auto Elevate is we are silently putting it on, your machine. And when I mean silently, I mean it's just watching and learning over about a 2 week grace period. So it's learning everything that you do, all the things that you download, all the things that you update, and we're creating rules based on everything that we learned over that 2 to 3 week period of time. Now, let's say later on you don't have, or this was a program that you didn't run during that time period, and you need a rule set for it. You would go ahead and you know click into that software and it would come Auto Elevate would intervene and it would say ITCMD sees that you're trying to run this download. You know, are you sure you want to go through with this? And you say yes, Justin gets pinged immediately. He will get a notification on his phone, he'll get a notification on his laptop, on whatever device he has Auto Elevate downloaded on, and it will be within seconds that he can approve that request. And like I said earlier, we're cutting SLA time down to seconds because how everybody that is on your team knows exactly what's going on in any moment in time.
Fabulous. And it works very well. I do enjoy using it.
Absolutely.
So, my next question for you: what are some key features when choosing a PAM solution? Should people look for it? Can they just find anything and be covered? I mean, what are the feature they should be looking for?
No, it's a great question, Justin. I mean, if I were to look at a privileged access solution, I would look for what is easy to scale, what has, integrations with the software that I'm using now, what um, what has just-in-time access, automated credential management, compliance recording, or just anything that will be able to kind of make my day-to-day easier while staying, security focused because we see a lot of, small to medium-sized businesses. They hear about security and they think, okay, this is just another hoop for me to jump through, right? This is another thing that I have to deal with, and it's going to make my day-to-day harder. But in fact, it's the exact opposite. We are trying to make your day-to-day easier and quicker and streamlined while also staying security focused.
I 100% agree with that. I mean, what's the alternative? You get hacked and then your insurance doesn't cover you and then you're out of a lot of money, business closes, legacy destroyed, etc. I mean,
I mean,
it's like a
Justin, the
no-brainer.
majority of businesses can't handle a breach.
Mm-mm.
When a breach happens, it is, they are down and out for 2 to 3 weeks, 4 weeks. What company or I mean, what business can handle 3 weeks, no revenue or 4 weeks, no revenue? I mean, it
If you
it
know one, let
is
me know.
right, exactly. They're doing well and they're liquid.
So my last question before we get to hopefully before we get to see a client-facing demo, how does this integrate with our other cybersecurity measures, such as like zero-day trust architecture or multi-factor authentication?
Right. So we have a couple features with Auto Elevate, and you mentioned zero trust,
Yes.
and um, zero day attacks as well are huge right now, and we have our component which is our blocker feature, and with our blocker feature we are kind of filling all the holes in the boat that Microsoft comes native with. And so these are native applications on your device that you don't use in your day to day, but bad actors have the ability to gain access to your device with um, through these native applications. And these are things that they're coming up with on the spot that antivirus can't block. Antivirus has no, antivirus is pretty much like what a directory of potential bad software or bad viruses that they know of. But zero trust, or I mean, 0-day attacks are built that day or that week that haven't been seen yet. So with Blocker, we're blocking all of those things that have access to native applications, and it is important to be able to block those things before they even happen. Auto Elevate is a proactive tool. Majority of security tools are a reactive tool.
Can we say that one more time? Proactive, not reactive.
Right. So we want to, right, we want to block the attack before it even happens. What we're seeing is, I mean, a lot of MSPs spend a lot of money on an EDR. They spend a lot of money on a SOC, a knock, and pretty much all these huge, like big, software are, they're pretty much alarm systems for
Yeah.
your devices, and they're saying, okay, there's an irregular, you know, system malfunction. There's something going wrong, and this is them kind of sounding the bells. It's like
Alert,
having,
alert,
it's like,
alert.
yeah, it's like having ADP in your home. You spend a lot of money on ADP, saying, hey, somebody's in your house. But Auto Elevate is we're doing the simple things. We're locking the front door. We're closing the windows. We're locking the garage. We're making sure the house is sealed up so that when the time, or if something like that were to happen, they can't even get in the front door.
You put it like that, it just makes it sound so much more achievable.
Right. Again, the zero trust architecture of never trust, always verify.
I do indeed like that. Well, guys, you've heard it from the best today. Now we would like to show you a demo by yours truly, Isaac. When
It'll
you are
just be,
ready.
yeah, it'll just be a quick,
Yeah.
I'll show you what it looks like to have an application that has been, that already has a rule set for it. And then I'll show you how easy it is to get an application approved for, or get an application that it doesn't have a rule in place for it. I'll just show you how quickly and easily we can do this. Let's see.
Awesome.
Let's see, Justin, can you see my screen?
Let me see. Add the stage. Yes, I can.
Cool. So this is, your end user's device, one of your customers' computers. He's got a couple applications on here, and he wants to run Handbrake here. Well, actually, let's go with something that has a rule in place for it. This computer is locked down to standard, no admin credentials, but here's what we're going to do. Here is the UAC event. Everything pops up with the information. Did you see that 127 character in length password just get um, input, and now it's been downloaded and it's ready to go? It was super quick and it was super easy. Again, what just happened was we were locked down to standard, we were elevated to admin credential, and then brought right back down to standard in a matter of seconds. There's no window of time where there is admin credentials. It's a millisecond in time. So let's go back. I don't need to run Java right now. Now, I'm going to go back here to Handbrake. Now, Handbrake, I do not have a rule in place for. This is where you would see, you know, Justin, ITCMD would be right here. And you would say, hey, Justin, I would like to run Handbrake,
Hell no.
please. Right? Are you sure you want to do this? Yes. And now, so after this pop-up here shows that everyone on ITMC or ITCMD's side is actively working on this request. So there's a nice timer on here that shows, hey, Justin, is taking a look at this, and we will get a response pretty quickly. And now on Justin's end, it is a really, really quick process. Right here, we have this pending request. I'm going to go ahead and view it. This is everything Justin would see. I'm going to hit approve. I'm going to set approval just for this one time. And I'm going to hit OK. So now, boom, we go right back here. And in a second, you will see a green check saying we are all set and ready to go. So all of this really probably took how long, Justin? How long do you say that this
I
request
couldn't even grab a cup of coffee or take another breath, like
Right,
seconds.
right. It's going to pop up here any second. My virtual machine is pretty slow, but with a with a proper running machine and not a virtual machine inside my machine, it would be a lot quicker. But for right
True.
here, for right now, and here's the beautiful thing about Auto Elevate. I wanted to download Handbrake. Justin approved it for me for the one time. And let's say I didn't want to do this right now. Let's say I had to go get a cup of coffee with my boss, and I wanted to do this later. This application would be approved to run later on if I clicked later right here. But for right now, I'm going to click OK, and boom, you're going to see that same 120 or another 127 character in length password be created, and boom, now we are ready to run Handbrake. So, I mean, that was just a quick, this is what your customers would see. Everything would be white labeled with ITCMD. I'm sure he already has it in place. And yeah, Justin, I mean, this was awesome.
That was genius. It's just so simple, so easy to use.
Dude, it's so easy.
Come on. I mean, I give you guys my money. Come on. It's simple. No brainer.
It's a no-brainer. Now,
Oh,
go
sorry.
ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, so if I'm not at my computer, I'm on the road, or I'm at another client's location, I'm all over the place, I'm here, I'm there, I'm nowhere, how can I redo I don't have my laptop. How else
Right.
can I do this?
Let's say, let's just give an example. Let's say Justin's at the beach, right? It's his day off. And you want to look at him basking in the sun. And you wanted to get that same download done. I'm gonna run Handbrake here again. And I have it here on my cell phone. So as you can see, oh,
Uh-oh.
here we
AI.
go. So here it is. That's that same request, and it's pending. And it's right here. I can approve or deny directly right from here if it.
Interdimensional.
Right from here, I can hit accept or deny right then and there. Same that you saw earlier on my desktop. I can accept or deny it right from here. If Justin's on the move, he's at the grocery store. Boom, your request is done right then and there.
See, that is very simple, very pleasant to use. I do enjoy using it myself. I get those little dings. I'm like, woo, what do you want now?
It's kind of
Should I
fun.
deny it? You have all that power in your hands, a little too much power for one person. Well, thank you so much for showing us that demo and everything. It was incredible, powerful, and I hope to implement it for some of you soon.
Absolutely. Thank you,
Yeah.
Justin. It was a pleasure having me.
Yes, thank you very much. And you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to reach out to us. I would be glad to help you with anything.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. So I wanted to thank our guest, Isaac from CyberFOX, for coming on today. And to wrap up, I wanted to go over some benefits that we covered today in this video. We've seen CyberFOX's amazing privilege management access tool and how it can enhance your cybersecurity posture and help enhance your cybersecurity insurance coverage. Some things that we covered today were easily remove local admin rights, simple and ease to the user experience, can be used on a cell phone or a desktop even while traveling, approved requests remotely on the cell phone, meet compliance and security posture, and also automated ticket requests and integrations to your already existing tech stack. Seems simple enough, but why isn't everyone using it? I don't know. You need another demo? You have some questions? Feel free to reach out to us. I'm Justin here at ITCMD. And don't forget to like and subscribe and leave us some comments. If you have any questions, let us know for further clarification. Please follow us on YouTube and stay tuned. We have some more great stuff coming to you.